All right, going for round number 2. Round number 2. No. No. I got the black screen, not the blue screen of death, but I did get the black screen. Hopefully we're still here. Hopefully we're still in the same live stream and it didn't start a new one. But I'm not going to go back and... Oh, man, we got super chats. When did these super chats happen? It says that Joel super chatted me $1. No, that was last week. What the heck is going on here? YouTube is confused. I am offline again. Am I offline or online? I don't know what's going on here. Let's go to the chat. It says I'm offline, so I guess I could go check. Bonus super chat. Yeah, maybe it what's happening online. I'm online. All right. Well, I'm going to pull it up on my phone so I can make sure. What if I refresh my YouTube? All right. Hopefully this doesn't kick me offline. Hey, now it says I'm live. What do you know? Is my chat still here? My chat is still here. We are here. So I just ran down the list and said hello to everyone. I'm not going to do that again. Individually said hello to everyone. But I'm good now. Thank you. Thank you everyone for the heads up. We are now live. Anyway, so no, we did not get super chats. We got the new member, Nisi, first member of the channel. Thank you. I don't know if I was on live for that or not, but I appreciate it, so thank you very much. Nisi, if you're still here, can you say something in chat? I want to see what it looks like. Can you show your frogs? Unfortunately, it's not up to me if I show my frogs or not. It's up to them. The last time I tried to film them, they were not very cooperative. They were still on there. Oh, yes. Bentley says, channel spotlight, eh? Yes, so I did this. I started doing this last week with the channel spotlights, and every week we're going to talk about a new channel. Just kind of like check it out. If you like it, go and subscribe. I forgot last week until the end of the stream, and let's be real, nobody stays till the end of the stream, so we're going to do the same channel spotlight. It's going to be the fishbowl again, which I have his channel right here. And he's only 9 subscribers away from 500, so if 9 kind souls would at least get him to 500, that would be awesome. He just put out his video on the Aquatic experience, and just a nice 15-year-old young man. It was great to meet him. And okay, so we got a lot of stuff going on here. Chris with the $4.20 super chat. Hey Bob, you're live again. I hope you didn't get those poulters, man. They're rad fish, but they are impossible to get rid of because they breed worse than guppies, and they're just, I don't know. They look really nice though. That's the problem. Welcome Mile High Plecos, new member. Thank you. And then new. Oh, it's green. How fancy. And Sunia, new member. Thank you. Oh, and then you get a little fish icon there. Well, isn't that neat? Susan says, are you going to buy more plecos? Always. I'm always going to buy more plecos. I'm his Patreon. Oh, yeah. So let's get that out of the way real quick, too. So we are doing the prints with Jimmy. Initially, we held that to 10, only 10, but now we've opened it up for anyone who didn't get in on that first. On the first month, I apologize, but we wanted to kind of keep it small to see how it goes. It's unlimited now, and it's not going to be a forever thing. I don't know how long we're going to run it. It's pretty time consuming for, you know, there's a reason he sells them for $30 a piece. So for me to get him to do it for $20 took some finagling, but yeah, so we opened that up to more people if anyone was kind of disappointed they didn't get into that tier on Patreon. But anyways, there's a link. Thank you, and that's all I'm going to talk about that. I'm not going to give you guys a sales pitch. You guys can check it out if you want. Squishy Fishy says, what size tank for 15 rummy nose, 2 honey grummies, 6 to 7 cardinals, and 5 to 6 Julie Corys? Think they could fit into a 36 gallon? You can definitely do it in a 36 gallon, but when you ask me what size, I'm always going to say the biggest and largest, most massive aquarium you can afford. I like this green chat. That's pretty nifty. You guys have to run it until I at least get a Pleco picture. Well, yeah, it is a lot of work for Jimmy, so I kind of feel bad. But we'll see how long we can get him to do it. See how long we can keep him on board. You know, peer pressure is a thing. Just kidding, Jimmy. We love you. What else do we got going on? Oh, I wanted to talk to you guys about something. Kind of got into a little rant online, which I usually stay out of. But this was kind of funny. And it's not to do with fish, but it is have something to do with my tegu. My Argentine tegu, because last month somebody on the, or not last, 2 live streams ago, whenever I did the live stream on the tegu, somebody asked me, you know, if they're docile, if they're, you know, how good of pets they make, and I was like, they're, you know, they make great pets. I said that you can make, I think I said something like you can make them puppy dog tame or something like that. I'm not really sure. And then someone online was like, you know, those are a wild animal, you can't say that. And then what did I say? I probably should have recapped this, but I was like, well, it's not a wild animal, it's captive bred. And he was like, that doesn't matter, it's still a wild animal, it can be ferocious and all this. And I'm like, well, are dogs a wild animal? Because my tegu has never spent a single minute in the wild. It's captive bred. Its parents are captive bred. Its parents are captive bred. Its parents are captive bred. How many generations? So my question is, how many generations do you have to go through before it's not a wild animal anymore? Because, I mean, by this guy's logic, dogs are wild animals. You know, at some point, somebody took a hyena and a wolf and crossed it with something I don't even know to tame them down, you know? I mean, so yeah, we kind of went back and forth for a while, but that's kind of the gist of it, the shortened version. So, I mean, do you guys have any opinions on when a wild animal is not wild anymore? Because it's pretty common knowledge that a tegu can get really, really tame, like super tame. So, yeah. I just curious. Caleb Overhauls is in the house, says hi Jimmy, heart. Jimmy with the $2 super chat says hi Caleb. Caleb, I'm glad you started an Instagram. Pretty excited to follow you over there. Good to see you, buddy. Anyways, I've been ignoring chat. What do you think about cherry shrimp? Have you ever bred them? Any tips or advice on keeping them? Cherry shrimp are great shrimp. They're very easy to keep and breed and grow. Probably the best shrimp to get if you're just getting into keeping shrimp. Rio is here. What's up, buddy? I felt like I haven't seen you in forever. WV Fishkeeper says when it becomes a domestic animal, it becomes a domestic animal when the animal has been changed in some way to aid man and diverges fundamentally from its wild forebears. All right, it looks like we got the Webster's Dictionary. Corey McElroy with the $5 super chat says, when an animal eats its first taco, it's not wild. Now that sounds like an official definition. What if do they have to eat the taco, or is the taco meat and cheese good enough? Because I know I can get her to eat taco meat, obviously, and cheese. But I don't know if I can get it to eat a tortilla. I mean, they do eat anything, but Dirty Old Farmhand is wild. With a name like that, you're probably pretty wild. Oh snap, Caleb got his own account. Boy is getting big. Yep, that is true. Yeah, I'm kind of hungry now. If it's on the internet, it must be true. Yeah, and normally when it comes to like absolutes, when people start speaking in absolutes, I don't necessarily like try to get into conversations with them. For like one time, You know, I try never to say never when it comes to like keeping or animal husbandry. Like when I put a water bowl in my crested gecko, someone said crested geckos never drink out of standing water bowls. They need, to be misted. And I'm like, well, you shouldn't say never, because I can spend about 2 seconds on YouTube and see them drinking out of water bowls. So, I usually don't try to, get in people that speak in absolutes, but I did. I got sucked in just because it was fun and I was bored. We got another member, Tropical Happy Fish. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Says, I love this guy. Well, if you're talking about me, the feeling is mutual. But where you been? I feel like I haven't seen that name in forever. Bob, thought you didn't like Mustangs. You a convert. So Charles Fish Tanks is talking about Jimmy and I's adventure yesterday. Bill Pierre Ford dealership in Seattle was nice enough to loan us some Mustangs for the day, and we made a video out of it. And I have been a Mustang fan, but it depends on the Mustang. Like the 97 is kind of a turd, but I would like one of my dream cars, and this is totally, based off nostalgia, is a black 93 GT, that ugly Fox body. Like I said, it's all nostalgia. That was the car when I was young. So that's like my dream car now. There is Jessica at Pierre Ford, took us out, and so yeah, if a black 93 GT ever comes up, I'll probably jump on it. I'll sell whatever I have to sell to buy it, but this new Mustang was pretty dang impressive, but it's also $55,000, so I would hope so. But it was pretty fun seeing Jimmy hang out the window at 70 miles an hour on the freeway. What we did was Jessica was driving the Mustang in front of us. I was driving the Mustang, obviously behind them, and then Jimmy's hanging out the window with his, $3,000 camera and lens on a gimbal, going down the freeway. We took it on some back roads, and yeah. 88 to 93, yeah. So it's 87 to 93 is the Fox body, but I like the 93 the most. There's little, differences. Obviously being newer, hopefully the interior's not as trashed, but oh yeah, we didn't do anything like that. If Jessica's bosses are watching, we never took it above 15 miles an hour. Promise. The best Mustang was Eleanor. That is a nice one, but I feel like that movie ruined it. Anyways, so yeah. Look forward to that, because ruined my underwear. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that video. It was so much fun, and I hope it's well received. And if it is well received, then we can make more car videos and just have some fun. Anyways, I did see a real fish question. Hi Bob and everyone just watching the stream while feeding my fry and doing water changes. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you, DPK Fish Aquariums. I believe that's why they have wild caught and captive bred as for the type of animal. Yeah, then it tastes, yeah, but then there's like, I don't know, like, anyways, as far as captive bred, they're still, I get, like, you could take lions and take them to a zoo and breed them, and then, it's captive bred, but that's certainly not a domestic animal. Whereas something like the tegu that's now, we're like 40 years into this generation, at some point it's got to be domesticated. Anyways, I'll let you take the chop top out for the video. What? Royal Fish Aquatic says Camaro's rule. So I've actually driven the Camaro. I don't remember which one it was, to be honest. I've driven the Hellcat, and now I've driven, this was just a GT with the performance pack. And it was really impressive. It was like, normally when I drive a Mustang, I don't go around corners fast, but this Mustang had no problems at all. There's one problem with a Mustang. It's a Ford. Yeah, the whole Ford, Chevy, Dodge thing, that's just a waste of time. They're all good cars. They all have their strengths. They all have their weaknesses. I mean, let's be real. Swisky, next time skip the underwear and you won't have that problem. That's true. Veranda guy says, how is that Pogostemum stellatus octopus doing for you? It is doing amazing. I'm actually going to be clipping it here soon and sending some to Rachel. So yeah, it's doing really well. Big City Beta says, good evening. Where are my Beta videos? She only does like one video a year. She's filled her quota for this year, so you know, check back next year. Anyways, came on just in time to hear the words ruined my underwear. Good to know you're having a nice night, Bob. It wasn't me ruining my underwear. I drive a Ford Edge. Is that? I don't even know what that is, Jimmy. What? I guess, is it a Ford? I'm a Camaro girl, but the new Mustangs are sweet. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've driven them all, and I'm not. So I love cars, but I don't know anything about them. I love looking at them and I love driving them. As far as like the internals and, you know, what's so fancy about this one over this one, I don't know. And maybe that's why I can appreciate, you know, all of them. But you know, I'm not like Ford's rule and Dodge drools. They're all good. Same with the trucks, man. Like, who cares? Just let people drive what they want. Real men drive pickup trucks. I have an SUV. Does that count? SUV between Escape and Explorer. Swisky living on the edge. There's just something about seeing Jimmy hanging out the window. It's real funny. Jimmy says, I wouldn't mind the new Ranger. Yeah, it's going to be expensive. I wouldn't mind the new Bronco. But I do need a truck. As much as I would like the Bronco, I'd probably go with the Ranger. If two guppies that haven't... Oh, we got a fish question here. Let's see. Cherokee Maiden 81 says, if two guppies that have bent spines because of bad water were to breed, would their fry come out okay? I think they're going to be more susceptible to maybe the bad genetics, but you might get a couple that have some spine issues, but I'm guessing a majority of them would be all right. There are only 3 species of fish that are truly domesticated. Bettas, goldfish, and guppies. Rainbow fish are close, along with elephants. Interesting. All right. Fish beard. Oh. Gotta try to get to the bottom again. Stay. People who don't care about the environment drive pickup trucks for fun. Well, there's other stuff that get way worse gas mileage, but pickup trucks, yeah. Jose, I already know what you're gonna say. I haven't even read the comments. Pickup trucks mean you'll suddenly have a lot of friends anytime someone needs to move something. That is one of the main reasons I don't own a truck. I owned a truck. What did I have? I had like a 92 full-size Chevy, you know, extended cab with the 8-foot bed. And I got rid of that real quick. I just got tired of the phone calls. Can you help me move? Can you help me move? There's nothing sucks like moving. Obviously, there's worse things than moving, but having to move someone else, it's just a pain. So I sold that truck real fast, and I haven't had one since. And that I still, every once in a while, I'll get someone message me because I think they just assume that I own a truck. But I'm like, no, sorry, I don't own a truck. Tampa Thomas here. What's up, buddy? Late, but I'm here. Hi, Bob. Brought home my first rainbow fish tonight. What'd you get? You can't say that and then not tell me what you got. Kang Lee is here. What's up, Twin Cities Guppies? Racing's Natural Aquarium says something that I missed the chat, but Jose is true. Did you know Danios can go with glowfish? Yep, they certainly can. What's a good, fun little mouth brooder to try raising in a 20 or 29 gallon? Are there any? So you can definitely go with Tanganyikans. There's a lot of smaller Tanganyikans that you can do. But you're probably going to, want like a Lake Tanganyikan biotope for that. I have a Ford Ranger and also have a 125cc Honda Monkey bike. It's not the size that matters. You do seem like a dude that would own a truck. Yeah, Steve. I like I said, I still get people that it's, and, you know, it only happens like once a year, and they don't even ask. They just say, "Hey, can we borrow your truck?" And I'm like, "What truck?" And if I ever buy a truck, which I will, because it is a pain being in this hobby without a truck and having to. So it's funny I complain about this, but basically my dad owns like 3 trucks. So anytime I need to move a fish tank, you know, I call him up. I'm like, "I need your truck," which is funny. So I am the person that I'm complaining about. But he has 3 of them, so, you know, whatever. If you have 3 of them, you can't complain when someone wants to borrow your truck. Cherokee Main says, "I just started with fish in January. I'm still learning and limited to what I can do." Well, you've come to the right place as far as YouTube. There's a lot of great channels out there, but I am not an expert. I am just an enthusiast. So I don't know why I made that plural, but whatever. It sounded funny. But there's a lot of good channels on here. Definitely, I believe YouTube is a good place to learn about the aquarium hobby. Just, you know, if you started, you know, you just started this year, I'm sure you've learned about the cycle. You know, make sure your stuff's cycled. There's actually, you know, now that I say that, there's a lot of channels out there that are not cycling their tanks before they're adding fish. So be wary of who you watch. Barbara Jackson says, "The first rainbow egg hatched, I think. They're so tiny." Yep. That's why I gave my rainbows to Bentley. One, because I'm tearing down that tank, and I want him to go to someone that's actually going to breed them. So I just gave him Gary Lang rainbows in exchange for some fry later when he does breed them, which I think is a pretty good deal. How do you make a cheap pond still amazing? Any tips, tricks, or the best deal? I have never in my life had a pond, so I'm probably the worst person to ask about that. How many guppies do you own? Hundreds. But it's paid for. What happened? What's paid for? I tried to get Mile High to move things for me because he has a big truck. He never showed up. That would be me. I don't drive my truck for fun. I drive it because I'm a man who does man things. Beats my chest. I'm missing so many comments. I just gave them a mosquito larva. They get that 2 to 3 times a week. Uh-oh. Now I'm in trouble. It was a joke. Calm down. Anyways, what's the difference between all the different kinds of apistos? X double red, triple red, quad red, red black. So, derp gaming, the apistos you're talking about are the Apistogramma cockatoides, like the one right here, right here. This is a triple red, and I'll show you why. We'll move up here. Where's my finger? Here it is. Because this fin right here is orange, but they call it red. So 1, 2, 3, triple red. If that didn't have a color, it would be double red. If this wasn't red at all, then it would just be an apistogramma. But so there's lots of different types of apistos, but as far as like the double, triple, that's why. Priscilla MK Art, Mad Tank says, "Can you ask your husband to trace your logo digitally?" Barbara Jackson says, "Yes, thank you for giving them to Bentley Pasco. I've been watching all his videos of him hatching these rainbow eggs." Yeah, that dude. So I love my rainbows, and you guys all know this, but I don't like breeding rainbows. I just don't have the time, and honestly, I don't want to put in the effort. Like, that's all it comes down to. Time and effort. Bentley does like doing that, so he can have them. No problem at all. Mob Guppy says, 180 in the live stream and only 34 likes. Come on, people, like and share. Let's support Bob. Thank you, my friend. Tampa Tom says, Bo's Monty, Rainbows Bob. Hey, those are good ones. I need to get Park and Sonai rainbows back in my life. I bought 20 of them, and then I, sent some to Kyle's Fish World, Kyle's Wild World, and then gave the other ones to someone else. Well, sold them to someone else. So, kind of sad I got rid of them, but it's pretty easy to talk me out of fish. I don't know. People are like, man, I've been trying to get that fish for so long, and I'm just like, ugh. I always break. I'm such a sucker. Can I keep a trio of dwarf neon rainbows in a 20-gallon long Asian community aquarium? And what is a male to female ratio for rainbows? Yes, you can keep a trio. I would actually keep 6. You can do 3, but I mean, even like 4 or 5 would be better. And actually, for my ratios on rainbows, I like to keep it 1 for 1. But there's a lot of people that want males only for the color. I like to keep it 1 for 1. That's just my personal preference. Now, if you could probably do like 2 males to 1 female, or maybe even 3. But the males will kind of harass them every once in a while. You know, so I don't know. I think you get better behavior by having more females. So that's just my opinion, though. Dang Tank says, I went to the Reptile Expo and didn't get any animals. I was proud of myself. Well, I'm not proud of you at all, man. You failed. I got a Reptile Expo coming up in almost exactly 2 months. I'm already scheming on what I want. The reptile shows out here are pretty small. The variety is kind of lacking. You can get ball pythons or you can get crested geckos. That's like 99% of the reptile shows out here. But I do want a Dalmatian crested gecko or like a super red or red crested gecko. So we'll see. That's kind of what I'm keeping my eyes out for. And honestly, it's probably like 90% ball pythons and crested geckos. And there's still a few rare things, but you got to go early. Anyway, so yeah, that's in 2 months, so I got to start saving for that. Jose says, Basmani rainbows always look like they're only half colored to me. It's so weird how there's such a straight line divided front to back. So that actually varies. There's many different types of Basmani. Well, they're all Basmani, but obviously the collection point. The collection point varies on, you know, where that line is, the specific color that it is. So it gets pretty neat when you start researching like the different collection points. You can really get some variety. Stop talking about geckos. Caleb is working me for reptiles. Caleb, I am on board. You definitely need a crested gecko in your life. Hi Bob, it's Lisa. I'm here. Say hi to me. Lisa from KG Tropicals. That is John's wife from KG Tropicals. Hello. Oh man, there's another. I guess it's time for WD-40. There's an expo in Tampa, Florida this weekend. Yeah, I want to go to. I'd love to go to Florida. I'm sure their shows are crazy because that's where all the reptile vendors are. And the shows in California, I would imagine, are pretty good. Probably any show, you know, over on the east side is probably pretty good. But being all the way up here in the Pacific Northwest, nobody ever wants to come out here for these small shows because that's kind of disappointing. But Veranda Guy says, do you have much experience with dry ferts? I did dry ferts for about 1.5 years. I think it is easily the best thing you can do for plants if you want to put in the time to learn about it. Turtle Girl says, Bob, casually ignoring my every comment. I did actually see your comment, but I kind of just... I'm not really staying up to date on my comments today. I'm just kind of skipping around. Dalmatian crested gecko. Oh, wait. That wasn't even you. Simply Betta says Dalmatian crested gecko. Yep. Turtle Girl says, wait, where and when is the expo? It is January 12th-ish. Whatever weekend is closest to January 12th. And it is at the Puyallup Fairgrounds, so it is the larger of the two that are here. The one in Monroe, I don't know if I'd go to that one again, but I'm definitely going to go to the one in the Puyallup because it's the larger venue. So put that on your calendar. I know that's kind of down in your area, Turtle Girl. January 12th. If that is a weekend, then that is the correct date in Puyallup Fairgrounds. Okay, since you have experience with dry ferts, I have a question. What do you think about front-loading macros when you do water change, then doing small doses of micros every day? So I didn't really vary off from the norm. You know, I did every other day and then a water change on the 7th day with no ferts, obviously. The only experience I have with like tailoring is tailoring it to my water, so I had to add extra potassium. Then there's like the standard formula that you follow online. The only thing I had to do was add more potassium. Maybe it was phosphate. Maybe it was both. It's been so long. I was actually looking for my dry ferts last weekend in my garage. Not a lot of people have seen my garage, my actual garage, but it's pretty crazy in there with fish crap. So I couldn't find my dry ferts. I'm gonna give it another shot this weekend maybe. But the nice thing about the dry ferts is that you can just play around with it. It's so customizable. Whatever you need it to do, you can do it. You can try it, and if it doesn't work, go back to just the standard, like, the way everyone else does it. You're ignoring my comments also. Guys, I'm not ignoring any comments. These comments go really fast. I mean, there's like 100 people in here, 150. So there's 162 people in here, and I'm being really lazy today. Yeah. So I'm not purposely ignoring anyone. I'm just not keeping up with chat. Like, normally I just spitfire these down, and I get them all, but yeah, not today, because today it is Monday. I had a really long day at work, and I am really lazy. So yeah, today I'm just taking them as I look at them. Sorry. Manolin FSU says, is the 240 staying in your garage? Yes, it'll never leave my garage. So the thing I don't like about the 240 is I just don't trust it. It's really thin acrylic, and when you're looking at it lengthwise, you can like see the bow in the front pane, and I'm just like, someday that thing's gonna pop. I know it, and I'm not gonna put it in my house because it's gonna pop. I can, knock on wood. I don't mean to put that out there in the universe, but maybe I'll do a side shot the next time I film it, and you can see how much that front panel is bowed. I don't know. Bob, don't sweat it. Not all comments get seen. I've had comments slip by. Not butthurt about it. Yeah, it's really an experience. Like, I feel like people need to sit on this side of the camera and try to read all of these as they go by. I mean, I can do it when I'm not lazy, but Mondays are rough. I'm beat. Tazawa Tinks. Tazawa Zenzo, how's it going? Lisa says the fish bowl. Oh, is Cole here? Is he here? Is he here? Hey, oh, there we go. Hey, Bob, thanks for watching my video. It's crazy such a cool person would take time to watch my video. Of course I watched it. You must be talking about John, though, as far as the cool guy watching it. Yeah, everyone should check out the Fishbowl's last aquatic experience. Like I said, did we get him to 500 subscribers? Let me check. I gotta refresh. Hopefully I have some kind of influence. 510, there we go. So the nice thing about his aquatic experience video versus like all the other ones, is that you actually get to see it from the eyes of like a fan or an up and coming hobbyist, and it really helps like put things in perspectives. I know I get kind of crazy on my ideas and my thoughts and my opinions, and these kind of videos help realign me, reevaluate what's actually important. You guys know I've been kind of trashing the AE, and I'm going to continue to harp on them about killing all the bettas and killing fish every year. But then to see a video like that, it just helps keep me grounded, brings me back to reality on why we're doing this and the effect that we actually have. So to see someone so passionate and excited about the hobby as he clearly is in the video, it's pretty sweet. Raccoon Creek Aquatics, what's going on, buddy? What is the best way to combat string algae in a shrimp tank? Feed less and more water changes. Anytime I've had string or hair algae, it's usually overfeeding and not enough water changes. That's, again, just my experience, but I don't think a lot of people realize, especially when it comes to shrimp, how much food they don't need, and so I think it's really easy to overfeed shrimp. Okay, thank you. I'd be planning on summer tubbing dwarf neon rainbows, and I live in Michigan, so that is only for 4 months, but what's a good ratio for breeding dwarf neon and other rainbow types? I would do 1 male to 2 females. Can't go wrong. Pretty standard. A lot of bettas died this year. Yes, a lot of bettas died, and there was 634 bettas abandoned, just left at the show. So, anyways, that's all I'm going to say about the AE in this video. I've gone on some pretty big rants about it in the last live stream, so we'll just keep it at that. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to hear all the support. Yep. Boy, IFG sure likes Bob channel. He said so a lot on Jeff Rowe's chat one day. What? I don't know anything about that. Tazawa, I'm just going to say Zenzo because that's so much easier. Was that about 400 pounds dead weight? I thought it was like 560 or 460. I don't know. Oh my god, that's horrible. Yeah. Yep. This year, yep, that was this year. 240-gallon Tegu vivarium, no. I am building that 40-gallon vivarium for some different reptiles, but the Tegu, I haven't decided how extreme I'm going to go on the Tegu, especially after having her for, I don't know, a month and a half, 2 months now maybe. She is crazy and just destroys her tank. Like every week when I go to clean it, you know, I make it all pretty, and it lasts not even a day, and it is just a mess. Plants are not where I put it. Wood's not where I put it. She's a little firecracker, so I'm thinking like, do I really want to have like a pretty delicate, not delicate, but intricate vivarium for a Tegu? Probably not. It's not gonna stay that way. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was on John's stream. That was on Katie Tropical stream, where IFG wouldn't stop talking about me. Yeah, I was there. I saw it. The Fishbowl says it's the aquatic experience. It's a big fish convention. Yep. This has me curious. What happened to all the bettas left behind? They rounded them up and took them to a local fish store. To be fair, all the bettas that were left behind from Hikari were supposed to be split between 2 local fish stores, but they left actually before confirming that the fish were even picked up, and then one of the fish stores backed out, and so essentially Hikari was like, peace, we're out of here, someone's coming to get these fish, which is just not cool in my book. They should definitely keep somebody there until the fish are gone. So they did have plans for someone to take them, but they just assumed that they were going to come get them when that's not what happened because one of the stores backed out. So then the other store took all 600 of these bettas, which obviously is crazy for a little fish store to consume that many bettas. They now have to care for that many bettas, feed that many bettas. So it's kind of a pretty big task and overhead to just, here's 600 bettas. You'd have to feed them all and take care of them. But yeah, anyway, so that's what happened. There's the little cliff notes. Oops, so many live streams. What? Lurking. Thank you so much, Mr. Kaler. I tried to send you an email. Did you get it? Says the fish bowl. Susan says, I'll come back in a few minutes. God, and I really wish I would have been there. Yeah, you could have got a ton of bettas for free if you were there. If you stay after, can you get them for free? Yeah, they give a lot of stuff away for free. Not just bettas, but like a lot of stuff the vendors don't want to ship back. The Fish Hut in Saddlebrook, New Jersey took them. There you go. If anyone is in New Jersey and wants some bettas, definitely go to the Fish... What is it? The Fish Hut in Saddlebrook, New Jersey. There you go. Tropical Happy Fish says, that's a lot of bettas. Of course, Ocean would take a Beretta. I think, you know, I'd be on board with that. I'm having such a problem with green hair algae in my 55-gallon planet, but after cleaning it out and dosing with Excel and blocking out sunlight, it hasn't come back. I'm not sure if it's the pothos. That will remove a ton of nitrates out of your water. Free Berettas, yeah. Well, you know, I would be on board with that. They gave me a fun... Tropical Happy Fish says, they gave me a bunch of free fish last time at Chicago's Aquatic Experience. Yeah, like if you hang around, that's the secret to these big fish conventions, is to go on Sunday when all the, you know, exhibits are being taken down. The companies don't want to pay to ship that stuff back. Racing's Natural Aquarium says, I wish I knew I would have taken some wood, rocks, and fish. Well, I talked about that for like months, that you got to go on Sunday if you're local. Pothos will destroy a planet tank. I gotta respectfully disagree. I run Pothos in a lot of my planet tanks without problems, but I also overstock my tanks, so I probably have no shortage of nitrates. I do have a bad habit of overstocking my tanks. Lucky P says, I got 4 rainbow fish with white upper lips on my 3rd dose of API fungus cure, and it doesn't seem to be improving and not getting worse. Keep going with the fungus cure or suggest different meds. I would probably go with different meds, but I would ask, are you sure that it's a fungus? So a lot of people with rainbow fish get confused because rainbow fish are kind of dumb and they love to run into things like, you know, if you have like a pointy rock sticking up in the water column, if you have wood sticking up in the water column, they like to swim really fast when they get scared and they run into things and end up damaging their lips. I know I used to make that mistake a long time. I would see some, and it always turns to white too, and I'm like, oh, fungus, but nope, it was just them being dumb and running into things. But you can try other meds if that one's clearly not working. If you're now on your 3rd time of trying to treat it, I would definitely try something else. My High Pleco says, how's the bike, Bob? The bike is awesome. I absolutely love it, and I can't wait to get my next one. I've already got my next one planned out to get in the spring, but, well, probably not, but, you know, like everything, I just want to have a huge collection. My collectoritis is not limited to just fish. When I get something I like, I gotta have lots of it. So, yeah, it's not just you know, centralized on fish. I think I saw Rachel here. Hello, Rachel. Good to see you. Donald's Fish 5 says, hi, Rachel. Where's Joey? I'm kind of curious. Like, I see this question get asked to Rachel all the time. It's like, oh, hey, Rachel. Pfft, where's Joey? Just get out of the way, Rachel. Where's Joey? Just tell us where Joey's at. It's so funny. It must be so. I mean, I'm not Donald's Fish 5. I'm not like trying to give you crap or anything, but that's like, oh, hey, Rachel. Where's Joey? We don't care about you. Where's Joey? Like she's Joey's keeper. Oh man, that's funny every time. Steenfott Aquatics, hey Bob, I planted crypts and they melted. Are they coming back? Yes, they are. How long should I wait before moving them again? I would leave them in there for months. I would never take them out. I was that way with Ferraris, Bob. Yeah, I believe it. You don't look like a Ferrari guy, though. Bob is a spooky biker now. I bought a bike in the spring, my friend. It's on my Instagram if you want to go take a look. I think it's on my Instagram. Steenfott Aquatics, it's almost like they're 2 different people. Hey, Rachel, I know. They're not attached at the hips? What? Donald's Fish 5 says, I do that to provoke her. Okay, well then, I like that. Is that going to be a thing now? I have somewhat high nitrates and ammonia, even though I have 5 live plants and do 25% water change. What am I doing wrong? If you have ammonia, then your tank's not cycled. You should really never have ammonia. Well, if you constantly, you can have like an ammonia spike if like a fish dies or if you overfeed, something like that. But if you're constantly having ammonia, then your tank's just not cycled yet, and you just have to wait a little bit longer. Zenzo says, Joey's in the gym. We are prepping for round 2. Don't you mean round 1? There was never a round 1. It was fake, a phony. Donald's Fish 5 says I'm playing with her. That cracks me up. Yeah, David says, Zenzo, biggest clickbait left down video I've seen in a while. You know, and the funny thing is like people were actually saying that you beat him in an arm wrestling. Like, I wasn't there that night. I fell asleep like an old man at like 5 o'clock. But like the next day, everyone was like, yeah, Zenzo beat Joey in arm wrestling. And I'm like, well, okay, well, Zenzo's freaking ginormous, so obviously. But I didn't know that it actually didn't happen. Like, everyone told me that you beat him. It's alright, Zenzo. We all got to do clickbait every once in a while. You do the clickbait and you do the name drop. And that's like the lazy way to grow a YouTube channel. I'm just kidding, Zenzo. Steenfott Aquatics, hey Bob, any tips on getting my Corridorus paleatus to spawn? Yes, if you can get live black worms, that's like the magical trigger, and feed a ton of them. Feed so many black worms that the black worms are actually reproducing in your aquarium. And then just do water changes every day. I bet you they'll spawn very quickly. I saw, wait. High school rumors. There were so many rumors going around there. I'm not even going to get back into the rumors, man. It's crazy. Derp gaming, I actually like Spiralis and retro Spiralis. I like better. I've never really had good luck with, I call it balance or whatever. I have no idea how to pronounce that one, but I've never had good luck with it. I don't know why. Maybe where it comes from or whatever. But the retro Spiralis, it grows crazy fast for a crypt. Joey hooked me up on Instagram yesterday. Followers went crazy. I used to want a Mustang till I saw one in an accident. It was completely obliterated. Everyone in it died. That's like really any car that's made now, though. Oh shoot, I did miss a super chat. I'm sorry. There it is. Ah, man. JQ channel, I hope you're still here and that you didn't leave and unsubscribe from me not reading your comment. $2 super chat. Hey Bob, love your channel. Can I be a chat monitor? You can monitor this chat all you want, my friend. Thank you for the $2 super chat, and keep on monitoring. Oh, good. You are still here. I'm sorry, my friend. I just modded a bunch of like 10 people last week, so it's going to be a while before I do another round. But I do mod the people that are here all the time, so stick around, and, you know, maybe you'll be next in line. Donald's Fish 5 says, that's sad, Cherokee. Oh, wait, I used to want... Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, accidents. Mercedes can survive that crash. Hey, people die in Mercedes. It's all the same. If you drive like an idiot and you crash, you're probably gonna die no matter what. I mean, of course, I don't know if these people are driving like an idiot, but you know, you get these people in like these supercars that go 120 miles an hour and then they die. It's like, well, what do you expect? That being said, I mean, I've gone faster than that in a car, and if I crashed, I would have died. I'm okay with the logic. Anyways, we don't need to talk about death here. Let's talk about fish. Squishy Fishy, Bob's been ignoring me today. It's not just you, I'm ignoring everyone. I'm an equal opportunity ignorer. Nobody dies in a monster truck. I bet somebody has died in a monster truck. ENF Singer says, how's Taboo the Tegu? I don't think I can name it Taboo, but Taboo the Tegu is doing excellent. She has just warmed up to me like crazy. As soon as I open her enclosure, she is out. She can be in her hide, sleeping. I've seen her burrowed. Well, obviously I didn't see her because she was burrowed, but I opened the door and she shot right out of the substrate. So yeah, she loves me now. We're best buddies. Just like I told her we would be when she was trying to tail whip me when I first got her. But yeah, we're totally buddies now. Never had luck with Amazon Sword. Do I have to use any special substrate or root tabs? They always melt and don't recover. I use normal sand and dose ferts, iron, and liquid CO2. So one of the problems you might be having is that you know, depending on the grain of your sand, it can be kind of hard to grow heavy root feeders like Amazon Swords and sand. Obviously, it can be done, and it has been done, and it'll continue to be done. But it's a little more challenging. I would absolutely use root tabs. Absolutely. For less than the cost of today's crappy new cars, you can buy a nice restored muscle car. Yep. Yep, I made that comment earlier that, yeah, I could spend, you know, 50, 60,000 on a new Mustang. Or I could buy, like, my 93 for a couple thousand, spend a couple thousand more, and have, you know, 500-600 horsepower. So, you know, that being said, I mean, the new Mustangs are pretty legit. Gotta name her Taboo, your fish channel with a lizard. Oh, now that makes sense. Now that makes sense. Now, if I really cared about the name of my channel, I would have changed it to like Steenfott Exotics or, you know, something kind of in between reptiles and fish. But, you know, after analyzing it, I don't think the name of your channel really matters. Somebody sent me a channel, and I thought they were like speaking gibberish, like rolling their face across their phone. And I'm like, what does this even mean? What are you trying to tell me? And apparently this was like the name of a YouTube channel, just random letters and words and numbers and exclamation points. And this person had like 1.3 million subscribers. So I'm like, all right, clearly your name doesn't matter. So yeah, that's the only reason I didn't change it. Anyways, I don't know why, but I really like that green. I wish that I could like customize what your guys's chat looks like, or you know what color you guys are on. The JQ channel says, gotta go get ready for bed. See you, Bob. Bye, everyone. Thanks for coming, JQ, and thanks for the $2 super chat. I really appreciate it. Check out Clint's Reptiles Tegu video. Very good sound reptile advice. Yes, I actually am subscribed to that channel. I've watched that Tegu. He actually has a couple Tegu videos, and I watched them all multiple times before buying my Tegu. He's kind of got weird eyes, though. I don't know. But yeah, he's a super cool dude. You kill every plant I buy. You need to buy different plants. Thomas Pasco says, I bought Java Moss a year ago. Hasn't died. Hasn't grown. Wait, starting to think they sold me plastic moss. That sounds like Java Moss, though, to be honest. Can't you by changing the code in your streaming software? Wait, what are you talking about? I'm confused. Once in Hawaii, we got an upgraded rental car, a sapphire blue convertible Mustang. That thing was a fun car, or that was a fun car. They can be. I'm kind of nervous of him critiquing everything I have going on. What are you talking about, Trevor? Clint is great. He's enthusiastic. Yeah. Once I found his channel, I like nerded out all night, and I was just like, I don't know if it's the eyes that are like dragging me in or sucking me into this channel. I'm pretty sure it's his eyes. They're like just laser beams, like just, I don't know. It's so intense, but so enthusiastic. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Anyway, it's good to see you, Deb. My guppies had 3 babies and they are all male. Why is this? Just the luck of the draw. Honestly, they probably had more than 3 babies, but just 3 survived. That's probably more likely. I'm liking the pillow moss I got from Lucas at the AE. Yes, pillow moss is awesome. All moss is awesome except Java moss. Never again will I ever put Java moss in an aquarium. Dwarf gourami with guppies. Any suggestions outside of don't doing it? Lots of plants, lots of hiding places for your baby guppies and your adult guppies. Stop ignoring me and how would you... Wait, stop ignoring me and... I can't read caps, man. It just screws with my eyes. Stop ignoring me and you would know that... What? I'm just going to ignore that comment. I can't even read it in caps. I like that Clint steers beginners away from problematic ones like green iguanas. Yeah, I watched like all like the, you know, top 5 best beginners. Yeah, I swear I nerded out on that channel for a while. I think I actually commented on a few and he responded, which is always neat. It's always neat when a YouTuber either responds or like gives you the heart icon. Even someone like me, I still get a little excited when I get the heart icon from someone. Curious separate female. That's okay, Bob. I'll just ignore you right back. Yeah, I'm terrible. I'm terrible tonight. I'm not reading every comment. Yeah, I'm not keeping up at all. I don't know how I've made it like 56 minutes without you guys unsubbing and blocking me, but I'll do better next week, I promise. It was a very busy weekend, so Cut me some slack, people. I have an Amazon sword and Java fern in my female-only guppy tank. The plants are growing really well, and the tank has green algae. Boys have a big Amazon. Only my fry tank won't keep plants. Don't know why. My boys have big Amazon. I don't get it. Excuse me. So you have one tank that it's growing really well in and one tank that it's not? Maybe different substrate. Again, Amazon sword is a huge substrate feeder. So maybe, maybe you have different substrate. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if that's what you were asking. I'm sorry. I'm just not with it today. Burrito has unsubbed. I knew it. Why? I average on a live stream. I average, I think, 4 lost subs. So you can go and look by hour how many subs you gain and lose. And I average losing about 4 an hour. So I managed to piss off, on average, about 4 people a live stream. I'm working on that average. Maybe we can get it higher. Scottish Aquatics, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. Zenzo says, I have to run. Everyone, have a great evening. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Scottish. Aquatic, still cheap LED light of choice. All seem to be 10K rather than 6,500. Yep, Aquatic. As far as I know, is still like the budget LED of choice, and 10K will grow grow plants just fine. It's all gravel. Maybe it's older, and so there's more like just detritus and fish poop in the gravel that it's feeding off of. I'm not sure. The lighting, if it has different lighting, just things that I'm just thinking of here real quick. If you unsubscribe and subscribe, you can troll Bob. Actually, Turbofish, I turned that feature off. I used to have the subscribe counter on the screen somewhere. I turned that off a long time ago. Those 4 lost subs are unworthy of the Steenfott experience. That's kind of like my deal. If I say something that offends you and, you have to unsubscribe from my channel, then I just, I feel sorry for you. Like, nothing I say should ever offend anyone. Like, I'm just a random... Okay, here's my thought. I'm just a random dude on the internet, and I'm not gonna, to me, if I'm out on the internet cruising around and someone just has some random dude says some random comment that I don't agree with, I don't get offended. Like, I don't know this dude. I don't care about this dude. What do I care what his opinion is or what he says? I don't care. It's not gonna offend me. Whatever happened to sticks and stones? That's what I grew up on. But whatever. Can't please everyone. Simply Betta's merch are just 1 day left available. Why? So, David, it's probably on Teespring. Is it on Teespring? I don't know if it's on Teespring. But Teespring will always do 3-day cycles. So, if her merch is on Teespring, it just runs every 3 days, and the timer just starts down over and over and over, because they only print in batches. So they'll take all the orders for 3 days, and then after 3 days, that's when they print and ship. So they don't print on demand. Like my website prints on demand because I'm fancy. So, just saying. Anyways. Bob, nothing I say should ever offend anyone. I'm triggered, retreating back to my safe place to write Tumblr post. It's true though, right? I mean, why should you guys care about anything I say? I don't know. Does Charles ever live stream anymore? I miss that. I haven't seen one in a long time, but I unsubbed from him a long time ago, so I don't know. I'm just kidding, obviously. Cardinals versus Neon Tetras. I picked Neon Tetras, 1, because for me, they're hardier, and 2, they don't die all the time. Like, Cardinals just die all the time. Or, I'm just terrible with fish, but, no, I'm just kidding. The Cardinals also like higher temperature, and I don't run heaters in any of my tanks, so, to me, it's always going to be, Neon Tetras, for me in my situation. I think Cardinal Tetras look better. The red line going, all the way across, to me, looks better. But I actually saw, what did I see? What did we see yesterday, Jimmy? We saw diamond head neon tetras, which were the craziest things. I've seen them, like I've seen them online, not like pictures, but I've, you know, when you go to like Aquabid and you see like diamond head neon tetras, I just assume like that's some sort of scam. They're just trying to make it sound fancy. But we went to Aquarium Zen, which is a fish store in Seattle yesterday, and they actually had a whole tank of these diamond head neon tetras, and I'm like the heads are like just shiny, like shiny silver, just like a diamond, and they're pretty awesome. So I think I'm gonna try to incorporate those into my fish room at some point. Anyone want Bob and Corey to have a live stream with Corvus? Uh, I I don't know what your first name is, but when I read it, I'm thinking like S hole burrito. Obviously, you know what I'm thinking the S is, but I'm not gonna say it. But actually, I just posted that on Instagram, I think a week ago, of a live stream we did last year, and said we should probably do it again. It's about that time. But you know, nobody follows me on Instagram, so nobody saw it. It's, you know, just the way it is. Gonna know, thanks. I'll buy some in my next incomes. Gotta check yours. I'm about to restock my closet with Fish Fam. Yes, I actually tore through my closet. I don't remember what I was looking for. I was looking for something, and I found so many shirts that I forgot I even had. It was crazy. So I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna start rotating those in my videos. Not that I'm even in my videos. You know, you don't even see what I'm wearing in the intros and the outros, so I guess it doesn't really matter that much. But you know, whatever. It's the thought that counts. Oh, what's an Instagram? Yeah. Fluval plant 3.0. Do you recommend for plants that need a lot of light? Yes, if you can afford it, I would buy one. I actually have a video coming out on one. It's nothing fancy. I just am unboxing a Fluval 3.0, a 36-inch, and I put it on my 125. Two of them on my 125, because you know it's a 6-foot tank. And I actually have the 2.0 on one side and the 3.0 on the other side, and there's not much difference. The 3.0 gives you a lot more controls, though. A lot more. All about DIY. Bob is boycotting me tonight. Yes. I don't read your comments unless you come to at least 2 streams in a row. So you got to come to 2 in a row, and then I'll read your comment. Any new tanks coming up soon, Bob? Oh man, so much stuff to do, so little time. I got 4 sweet 40-gallon 3D backgrounds. They're not really 3D, but they're like the universal rocks. I say they're not 3D because they're really thin, which I really like. So I got 3 of those, and then I got another one that has like the ledges and the crevices, which that is definitely a 3D one. So I have 4 40-gallon tanks to redo. I also got one for a 75-gallon, so I got to redo that. I finally got in. So I finally, like, all this weekend, like last weekend and last week, all my stuff came in. So all my Eco Complete came in, and I think I have 5 more bags still to come. So I have like 12 bags of Eco Complete. All my backgrounds came on Friday. I have plants arriving Wednesday, not aquarium plants though. And then I have, so yeah, I think I'm finally set to start going. And then I have obviously the 10-gallon rimless tank that I'm gonna try to do like a professional aquascape on, but I'm not really an aquascaper, so that might be interesting. So we'll see. I'm gonna try like one fancy aquascape on a 40-gallon, and then I'm gonna try a fancy aquascape on the 10-gallon rimless. Excuse me. So yeah, there's a lot of things coming, and there's so many. I have so many projects to do. I'm probably not even gonna film them all because it's stuff. Some of them I need to get done right away. Like I'm building a terrarium right now that'll probably take the rest of the week and the weekend because I have to wait for silicone to cure for X amount of days, like a day. But I almost killed myself on silicone last weekend. I was not smart and did not do it in a ventilated area, and I squeezed like 3 tubes into this 40-gallon breeder, and I'm like filming, and I'm like trying to get in here close, and I was like, oh my god, the fumes were insane, and I got like dizzy, and I had to sit down. I ran outside to get fresh air, and I was just like, oh, and I messaged my friend, and I was like, I think I'm dying, and it was an experience. And then I got, well, just don't be sniffing silicone, kids. It's not a good idea. I felt like I burned my throat. It was crazy. But anyways, yeah, so there's a lot of going on. Jimmy, if you want to come up, you can come up anytime and help. I was actually thinking of coming down there Wednesday. I know Wednesday is your day off, and we got to get those prints out. So if you're not busy on your day off, which I'm sure you are, we got to come down and send those out. Prints for the few patrons that I have that are doing the Jimmy's prints, they are getting shipped out this week. But yeah, Simply Betta says, I'm glad you're still alive. Me too. I am highly curious to know what happens when we die, but I'm not curious enough to want to find out right now. So, Bob's brain cell population just tanked. Anyways, Joel says, I really hope that part is in the video. No. So there'll be a section. You don't really know when it happens, but like I'll be like working with it, and then there'll be like a cut, and then I'll be like, make sure you do this in a ventilated area. That's me coming back, and I'm like, yeah. So you'll know like the time in between of when it happened. Like I don't talk about it, but like I said, it cuts, and then I'm talking about make sure you're doing it in a ventilated area. So yeah, it was pretty wild, man. Like I've sniffed a lot of chemicals in my lifetime, and I've never come close, not on purpose, but like I used to build and repair yachts. So like I'm talking fiberglass, acetone, like lots of different chemicals that I've smelled that I probably shouldn't have, but nothing was crazy as like 3 tubes of silicone in an aquarium on its side. So it's not like it's, the fumes are going up. I had it on its sides, and I stuck my head in there with my camera. I'm just never experiencing, like my nose was burning, my throat was burning. Anyways, what kind of fish are the ones on the banner in the stream? One looks like an apisto. That is an Apistogramma cockatoides, triple red. And then the one on the right is a killifish that I'm sure someone in the chat knows, but I don't remember right now. And every time somebody asks me this, I have to ask Charles what the name is, because I can never remember. I have the memory of a goldfish, folks. Dalmatian mollies are the best. I've never kept Dalmatian. I've never kept mollies, so therefore I've never kept Dalmatian mollies. But if I did ever keep mollies, they would be Dalmatian mollies for sure. Every time I see those, I'm like, man, I gotta get some, but I just never do. I don't know why. Good buzz? No. There was, there was nothing good about it. Nothing good. I've sniffed a lot of different... Oh, great. There's another quote. I work on diesel heavy equipment, so I know all about the accidental sniffing harsh chemicals. Charles Fishsteak says, please don't die. Your dogs need you. Yeah, speaking of which, I'll probably go. I'm going a little long. Sorry, Jeff Rose. I know you're streaming after me, but I'm having kind of some fun. So I'll go 5 more minutes, and then I do have to do some water changes because I didn't do anything in the fish room yesterday because I was out driving Mustangs all day. Otter Creek Aquatic says, Steenfott Aquatics parameters for breeding apistos. It really depends on the type of apisto. So get your apisto. I feel like any apisto can be kept in just neutral water. Like obviously there's apistos in the wild that live in like 4.5 pH. But to actually keep them, I'm of the opinion that a stable pH is better than the correct pH. But as far as breeding, that's when you want to get the correct pH. So it really depends on the type. But like Apistogramma cockatoides, like the one in the picture here, that'll breed in just about anything. It's been bred and so many different water parameters at this point. It's almost hard to get them not to breed in your tank. So it really depends on the type. But there are a lot of them that really like lower pH when it comes to breeding. No, it's never done. I still have half the tanks you guys have. Yeah. Susan for SLC Aquatic says, hit the like button, please. Thank you. Susan for SLC Aquatic says, love you, Bob. Hugs. Well, thank you, Susan. I appreciate it. If we ever meet, there will definitely be a big hug involved. Steenfott Aquatics, wow, really? As soon as you read a bit of my comments, you stop. You're not the Bob I used to know. That's me. I feel you on the Mustang thing. First car my grandfather and I restored at 68, and now I own an 03. Of course, a manual transmission. The thing that's kind of disappointing is that the automatics are faster now in just about every car. Simply because it takes out, like the transmissions are so accurate, it takes out any human error. You know, not double clutching and not granny shifting. I don't know. I tried to drop a Fast and Furious quote there, but I kind of stumbled and forgot. Anyways. Otter Creek says, Steenfott Aquatics cockatoides and I have hard water. It could probably, I wouldn't be surprised if you could breed them in hard water. That would be the one Episto that I would not be surprised if you got it to breed in like a higher pH hard water situation. But there's lots of easy ways to bring down your pH to more neutral. Lots of different ways. Anyways, Derp Gaming says, opinions on the Chilanthia, Alan I Wapoga. The Wapoga red lasers, are they as colorful as they are in Google pictures? Yes. If you treat them right, what's that Dustin video? Treat them right, feed them right, something like that. That's pretty much how you get color out of your fish. Hide the baby oil. What? All About DIY says, gotta go. Thanks, Bob, and all have yourselves a great night. Thank you for stopping by. 5.0 manual, the only way for me. Yeah. I mean, I'll always buy the manual over the automatic, but it's just a shame that the automatics are faster now. Jimmy beat me to it with the Australia. I don't know how to pronounce these names, guys. But yes, that is the one. That is the one. I love driving a standard shift. It's an art. Yeah. Like, I would always, if I ever, like, taught someone to drive, it would always be on a manual. The computers are going to sneak into the overlords, one machine at a time. Yeah, well, there's already Cylons out there, and, what are you going to do? Do you think Emperor Tetras would be compatible with German Rams? Absolutely, I do. Granny shifting and not double clutching like you should. I knew I was close. I just said it yesterday. Like, so we were shooting that stupid Mustang. I don't know why I just called it a stupid Mustang video. We were shooting that Mustang video, and the real thing that was stupid is that I tried to memorize a bunch of Fast and Furious lines for a while we were filming. That's what I meant to say was stupid, not the Mustang video. Red lasers are awesome. Let them get into some real sun and stand back. That is true. That is true. Any fish, though, really, in natural sunlight looks amazing. Wouldn't algae grow if it's in the sun? Not necessarily. Simply Beta is a Cylon. I know I could tell by the robotic dance moves. Do German blues breeding in community tanks? Oh, do they? If so, what fish should I keep away from them? I want to see parental behavior. So, you want to keep away any fish that's going to share that part of the water column. So they're going to breed on the bottom. They're going to breed down by the substrate. So you don't want any other fish that's down there is going to have a bad time. So keep your people, keep your fish in the top. Any of the free swimmers, top of the water column, tetras, rainbows, things like that. All right, guys, it is 6:15, and I've cut into Jeffro's time too much, so that is it. It's been really fun hanging out with everyone. I had a really good time. We saw a lot of people. We had a lot of laughs, but it must come to an end. We will be back here next Monday, same time, obviously. We actually have some people to thank this week. Welcome all new members. I appreciate it. Chris with the $4.20 super chat. Thank you. Swisky. Corey McElroy with the super chat. JQ Channel with the $2 super chat. And the new members are Tropical Happy Fish, Sunia, Mile High Plecos, and Nisi. Nisi became a member. So I haven't told anyone that I opened up memberships on my channel at all because I have no idea what I'm doing. And then she signed up, so it forced me to learn. Now I gotta go learn and see what the heck I'm doing. But anyways, I appreciate the support. It means a lot to me. And thanks everyone for coming and hanging out. And I will see you all next week.